Good evening, Tatiana. How are you doing?
Hello, good evening. Uh, doing well. Just here in my house, drinking some Coca-Cola. Well,
It's
uh,
hot, right?
yes,
So
it's
hot.
yeah, and chips. But yeah, good, doing good.
Do you
And
have
you?
dinner? Oh, me? Well, I just finished making dinner for my family. So I was sweating in the kitchen, and now I get to have a seat and cool down a bit because it's extremely hot for me. I'm like going crazy these days. I was going to ask, do you have dinner after class or do you go to bed or do something else? What do you do after class? All right. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I got disconnected for a few seconds. Having some internet connection issues, but hopefully they won't interfere during the class. I just connected to a different Wi-Fi connection. All right. So, yeah, I was asking you, what do you guys do after class?
Usually eating and sleep.
Of course, after such a long day. All right. Let's see. I guess we're ready to get started. Now, let's see. So, today we are going to work on an activity. We're going to do a role play in the end of our class. This role play is going to be related to some vocabulary that we are learning in tonight's session. And let me share my screen. Okay, so we're going to start with our first word of the night. We have a phrasal verb. Like I said before, we're working with the vocabulary that we're going to learn first, and then we're going to create something. All right. Now, so the phrasal verb right now is, can anyone repeat it for me?
Is put through?
There you go. Okay, so our first
Okay.
phrasal verb is put through. Okay, and the meaning of this phrasal verb, it is related to telephone vocabulary. Okay, this is what unit number 1 is about. Fabrizio, help me read the meaning of put someone through.
To connect by telephone with someone else.
Exactly. So basically, getting in touch with someone that you want to talk to, but the difference is that somebody has to help you. You don't do it directly. There is someone else enabling that communication. Okay, so we're going to watch a video first on how we can apply this phrasal verb in different scenarios. Okay, and then we're going to try to give one example. We're going to be working with this phrasal verb tonight. Okay, so let's see.
People use put through to talk about connecting a telephone call. A customer has a query about their invoice. They call the company. Could you put me through to someone in account management, please?
All right. So, like we said before, put someone through means to get connected, and for this connection, somebody else, a third party or a third person, has to help us do it. Okay. So the example says, "Could you put me through to someone in account management, please?" Okay. When you use put, then we can have an object. put me, put her, put him, and then we have the second part of the phrasal verb, through, okay? And after the word through, we need the preposition to, okay? To someone or to, it can be a place, but we need to say put the person through and then the preposition to.
I have a question about my bill. You call factory inquiries to find a phone number and they ask,
So in the second example, we're trying to find out about a phone number, right? And we make a call to the directory phone numbers, and this is what they tell us.
would you like to be put through?
Okay, the person gives us the information about the phone number we're looking for, and the person offers to do something else, which is to connect us with that person we're trying to reach. And the person says, would you like to be put through? This is the passive voice form. This is why we don't need an object pronoun.
You are trying to contact someone, but their secretary tells you they are not there.
Okay, and then in this third example, you're calling someone, but the person who picks up the call is the secretary, and the person you're trying to talk to is not there at the office.
I can't put your call through at the moment, as Hannah isn't in the office.
All right, and then the example says, this is what the secretary says. I can't put your call through at the moment. I can't put, and then we have an object here, your call, and the second part of the phrasal verb, through. Okay. In this case, we don't say to because we're not mentioning the person directly, okay? We just continue with the phrase and we say at the moment, and then the rest of the information. Okay, so this is our first phrasal verb, to put someone through. Okay, let's see. We have a fourth example right here, and I'd like to ask, let's see, Jorge. Jorge, help us read the example right here.
Could you put me through to extension 259, please?
There you go. Okay, you see the first part of the phrasal verb, then an object pronoun. In this case, I'm referring to myself. The second part of the phrasal verb, and then the preposition to, because I am mentioning who I'm trying to reach. In this case, it's extension 259. All right, very good. So we're gonna take a couple of minutes in order to try to write down an example of our own. Okay, let's take around from 3 to 5 minutes to think of an example of our own so that we can type it down over here. All right. So if you are ready before those 3 or 5 minutes, let me know. Remember, we're trying to make an example of our own. I'm going to type one more over here as I give you time to think of your own example.
I have one.
There you go.
I put through a phone call to my boyfriend.
All right. Very good. Good. Okay. Let's keep that information. So you're trying to talk to your boyfriend. Is that
Yeah.
correct? Okay. You. All right. Let's get some more information. Who will help you connect the call with your boyfriend?
The phone?
But we need a person to help us connect the call in this case. Maybe your boyfriend's secretary.
Oh,
Maybe.
oh, you.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's say I don't know, the boyfriend mothers, maybe not the secretary, but for example, someone else can be boyfriend mothers.
Sure. Okay. This is going if we talk about the mother, it's going to sound very formal, but of course we can take the example. Okay.
Okay.
So, one more time. So, we can say my
My boyfriend's mother
Mhm.
put through a phone call to my boyfriend.
Okay. All right. So, put who? Who is the person trying to talk to your boyfriend?
Put me
Very good. Uh-huh.
through a phone call to my boyfriend.
Very good. Okay, we can say that. Phone call to my boyfriend. Okay, very good. We can make it shorter. Instead of saying this part here, you see,
Mm-hmm.
we can eliminate it, you see, and we can have a shorter sentence. Okay, this is just another option, but of course, we are going to leave it there. Okay,
So we can
very
say
good.
in
Mhm.
both way, basically.
Both ways, assuming that everyone understands what the situation is, right? But this is a great example. Very good. Let me check my messages. I guess I got another one. Okay, very good. Very good. Jorge, can you read your example too?
Yeah, sure. This is was very common in the past, right? When we had only when we didn't have a cell phone. So, hello, Miss Carmen. Could you please put me through your son there?
All right. Very good. Very good. Great. Great example. Yeah. It's nice to have that background. Yeah. So if you say this, it's gonna sound so formal. If we take it out of the context where we are talking about reaching people at their companies, okay, it sounds extremely formal. It's better to use the informal way or the direct way. But these examples, we are applying them correctly. Very good. The context is great. But remember, if you want to use put through, usually you will use it in business vocabulary. Like if you are calling someone at their company. Are we okay so far? I'm getting a message here saying my connection is failing. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, now, but
Now,
some
yes.
Yeah, we lost it sometimes.
And I was breaking up like a few seconds ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, give me a second. All right. So I was saying that usually we will use this phrasal verb in a business context. If you're trying to reach someone at their workplace. Are we okay?
Yeah, cool.
Okay, there you go. Okay. Now let's move on to the second phrasal verb we're working with tonight. Okay, so let's see. So the second one is similar to the first one. This one is get through. What is the meaning of get through? Okay, let's see who's going to help me read this example here. Let's see. Patricia, can you help us read this example and the meaning as well?
Yeah. The meaning get through is to be connected by phone. She got through to wrong department. And the second is, look, I can get through to this number.
Okay, very good. So this meaning is pretty similar to the previous one. What's the difference? You get through, you do it yourself. You see, you don't need the help of a third person. There is nobody taking your call. There is nobody making it possible for you to talk to the person. It is only saying that you were not able to reach the person by yourself. So you see, she got through to wrong department. She dialed the wrong number, and that's why she called the wrong department. And then it says, look, I can't get through to this number. I am trying to call, but nobody picks the phone call. All right, let's take a look at some other examples right here. Let's see. One second. Okay.
Get through is a phrasal verb with a number of meanings. This phrasal verb can mean to reach someone by telephone or succeed in getting a message to someone.
Okay, so like the video is saying, it has many different meanings, but the meaning changes depending on the situation. Right now, we're looking at it in a situation when you are making a phone call. So it says the meaning is to reach someone by telephone or succeed in getting a message to someone. Okay, let's continue.
A concerned mother calls her daughter.
So we have a mother, a worried mother calling her daughter.
I've been calling you all day and I couldn't get through.
Very good. Now I need your help. If I say, I've been calling you all day and I couldn't get through, what is a word that you would use to replace get through? What is a word that you would use to change this phrasal verb? What is another verb that you would use?
Maybe reach.
Very good, very good. Okay, I couldn't reach you. I couldn't contact you. There you go. Very good, very good. All right, great. Let's see, let's look at the other example.
Is there something wrong with your phone? A busy consultant gets a phone call. A client has been trying to call her all day.
Okay, so we have a client trying to call someone else, a busy consultant.
I've been trying to get through to you all day, but the line was engaged.
Very good. All right, so I've been trying to get through. One more time, another time, we have the preposition to here. To get through to you, to contact you. But if I say contact, I don't use the preposition to, right? But if I yes, get through, I need to use it. To get to you, to get through you, to get through to you all day. Okay, but the line was engaged. What do you think, or do you know another word for engaged?
Busy.
There you go. Great, very good. Now, let's try to write down an example using get through to someone. But this time, let's try to apply it in the business context. Or in any context you want. Let's say, let's not cage it in only one context. This can be someone calling their mother, someone calling their boss, anything works. One more time, let's take a couple of minutes to get an example of our own.
It could be I'm
Mhm.
trying to get through the sales department and no one answers.
Let's write it down. I'm trying to get through the sales department. And no one, you said, right?
Yeah, and no one
Okay.
answers.
No one answers. Okay. We are just missing one word. Take a look at it. There's just one word missing. What is that word?
To
It
get
rep-
through to the sales
There
department.
you go. Very good. Very good. All right. To get through to. Perfect. Very good. Another example. Let's see. And is anyone else ready to?
I got an idea, but I don't know it's
Sure.
correct.
We can work on it if you are not happy with that idea. Let's see. What do you have?
All right. After the earthquake, I tried to call my mother, but I couldn't get through.
Very good. I try to call my mother. Well, it's perfect. Very good. Do we have another example?
I have an example.
There you go.
It says, I want to get through to the airline's number and it was impossible.
Very good. Through to the airline number. But it wasn't possible. Correct? Is that what you said?
It was
Okay.
impossible.
All right. Thank you. All right. Impossible. All right. I want to get through the airline's number, but okay. Very good. Quick question. This phrase that you are describing happened in the past, or is it happening right now? Is this like you're telling me that you couldn't
In
do
the
something?
past.
All right, very good. So we need to modify this verb here, you see? And we need
Wanted.
exactly, there you go. One more time. Can you read it one more time?
I wanted to get through to the airline's number, but it was impossible.
Wonderful. Very good job. Thank you very much for cooperating. These are great examples. All right, let's see. So now that we know these two phrasal verbs of the day, we're going to be looking at them in some of the information we're about to check. Okay. So we are ready to move on to the next part of our practice. Okay. Now, remember, we are not taking these classes because we are getting you ready to go to work at the call center. No, we just want you to practice, and it's good to know a little bit of everything. And this is actually something that at some point in your life, if you're not doing it right now, you will do it. You will want to call someone, you see, because of your job, and you are going to be ready. Let's see. So let's talk a little about the way calls are handled here in our country. In our first class, we said that sometimes we call some companies regarding the service that we are getting, okay? So we are going to talk for a while about what we think of the service we get when we call customer service in a call center because we have a complaint, because we want to get some information, or for whatever the reason is. Let's see. Okay. Situation number 1. Heidi, can you help us read the question?
Sure. Is the customer always right?
What's your opinion? Here in the country, when you call and you make a complaint, do you think this is true or false?
Um, I think that the customer not always is right, but the agent, I think
Uh-huh.
that for politic, um he needs to assume that the customer always is right.
Oh, all right. So he has to accept that, right?
Uh-huh. But
What? Uh-huh.
by politics, I think.
All right. Very good. Do you mean the because of the company's policies?
Yes.
There you go. All right. Very good. Let's repeat the word together. Policies. Policies.
Policies.
Wonderful. Yeah, I agree with you. That happens all the time. All right. Very good. And that's why the customer calls uh, feeling like they are right all the time. All right. Very good. Thank you for giving us your opinion, Heidi. Who is going to be the next participant? Can you tell me the name of your classmate? Choose one of the classmates. Oh, Fabrizio, you volunteered. Thank you. All right.
All right, so which business I think they have the worst customer service?
Businesses. Very good.
Probably, probably phone companies. Because I've been talking quite a lot with them, thing that I not really found of, because I really think that you call them and they cannot give you another answer that I'm sorry, you know. And I never worked at a call center, but my wife did, so I got like secondhand experience into that, because
Okay.
she was like, I cannot say no to the customer sometimes. I'm always have to say sorry. I always have to offer like a promo code or something like that to really make the customer feel better. But sometimes, and I was like, I never feel that way when I call like a call center in here. You know, like from a Salvadorian enterprise. This or at least one that is based on. And for example, I'm not gonna say names, but when I call Tigo, they usually are very like quick to try to make you go out, and they are like, oh, we just don't have any information about that, please go to an agency, and to a store. And I'm like, all right, but I went to the store and they tell me, hey, please call the call center. So what exactly is the procedure here? So perhaps for me it's all, and it always has been the phone company.
Yeah, I know it's very hectic. It sounds like whether they're not really trying to help you or like they really don't know what they're doing, right? That's very common. They have you go
Yeah.
from one place to another, and in the end, you're dissatisfied because you're not getting an answer. It's true. So I understand your wife was working for a company overseas, and that's why she was resourceful. Like she had other options to offer.
Yeah, that's correct.
Right.
Because the company was like, they have all this like resource, of course. So in
Exactly.
here is not much like you're on your own, right?
Yeah, exactly. So sad but true. Thank you for sharing, Fabrizio. Let's see. Let's move on. Okay. Fabrizio, would you pick the name of another classmate, or we can also have a volunteer?
Let's see if it's a volunteer.
I guess you will have to choose somebody's name.
All right. Well, I hand my first box, Carla.
All right, Carla. All right, take your time to read this question. It's quite long, but it's something that I have found happens. For example, when I call Banco Agrícola, for example, or Bank
Okay.
Redomatic. Uh-huh. Yeah.
How do you react to automate call handling systems, the ones which ask you to press certain buttons in order to be put through to the people you want to speak to? Yes, sometimes it's, well, actually, I do work in a call center
Okay.
a few years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and there is a reason to do that,
Okay.
but
Tell us.
it is because the people in the call center, they are not all of them have all the same knowledge.
Okay.
So that's why the IBR,
Mm-hmm.
the situation is that this machine is trying to make easier
Mm-hmm.
the to explain to the customer the information, so they can have exactly what they want. But sometimes it happens that some companies have a lot of menus. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you have the first menu, but then you choose one button or one number. After
Mm-hmm.
that, you have another menu. After
Mm-hmm.
that, you have another menu.
Exactly.
And I think that's the annoying situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that happens a lot here in our country. But that is not a correct use of that uh, equipment. I don't know the word, but that's not the best way to use this application.
What
But
what would be the right purpose of it?
uh, the in preference, you can use two menus as maximum,
Mm-hmm.
and that could be more easygoing to the customer.
All right. Very good. It would be more friendly, right?
More friendly, yes.
There you go. Yeah, I understand. So you got a point there. Like the more we keep on dialing numbers is what gets us more frustrated, right? Like if we had to dial just two numbers, then that would be great.
Yes, and sometimes happens that you are dialing the numbers and the option you need, it doesn't appear in the menu.
Oh,
So it's
yeah.
like you have to start again.
Exactly. Exactly. That is what kills me personally. The reason why I'm
Yes.
calling is not in the
Yeah.
options. All right. Thank you very much for explaining all this information to us. It's so beneficial, actually. It answers some of my
You're
questions.
welcome.
All right. Very good. Okay. Good. I had many more questions, but we're going to leave them for other classes. We will keep on speaking about telephone calls during Unit 1. And we still have a long way to go. We have the rest of this week and the next week. Okay. Now, we're moving on to the next part. Making a call. Okay. We have some useful telephone phrases. All right. This letter S here is extra. Forget about it. Okay. It's like it doesn't exist. Okay. So useful telephone phrases and expressions. All right. Now, when you call, when you're, let's say that you're trying to call someone. Okay. All right. So the first thing to do is to identify yourself. And how can you identify yourself? How can you give your name? Let's see. We're going to ask All right. Heidi, help us read the 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 1 second. All right, thank you, Tatiana. All right, the examples here in the box, please.
Giving your name, Maria Beckham. Maria Beckham speaking.
Mhm.
This is Bob Johnson from ABC Enterprises. Hello, Jane. It's Rebecca Suarez here.
There you go. Thank you, Heidi. Okay, so you can give your name right away. So you can say, for example, I'm gonna use mine, Adriana Gomez speaking. Or you can also use the expression this is, like you're speaking about a thing, but actually you're gonna give your name. Anyone will understand that you're about to give your name. This is Adriana Gomez from the Speak Academy, okay? Or hello, hello Patricia, hello Jorge, hello Fabrizio. It's, oh, once again, referring to yourself like you're a thing, but actually that's not the meaning. Everyone knows you're about to give your name. So you say, it's Adriana Gomez here. Okay, let me check the message here. All right, thank you, Tatiana. Okay, so these are 3 ways you can identify yourself when you're trying to call someone. All right, let's see. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, now you're calling someone because you have a situation, there's something you want to talk to, something you want to talk about. Okay, so we're going to open the call. We're going to explain the situation, the reason why we're calling. Okay, so here we have 4 examples. We're going to ask Jorge to help us read the examples.
Yeah, opening the call. I wanted to ask about, are you the right person to ask?
Mhm.
I have a question about, I'm calling about.
Okay, so these are 4 expressions or 4 ways you can explain the secretary, most likely, or the receptionist, why you are calling. Okay, I wanted to ask about the situation. All right, and I don't know if you're the right person to ask, or you can just go, I have a question. All right, or if the secretary or receptionist can solve it. Okay, and then I'm calling about to explain everything. Let's see. Now, getting through to the right person, you see, contacting the right person. Okay, now help us read these examples, Carla. The examples here.
I'd like to speak to Jenny Stratford, please. Cool or can I speak to Rick, please? Is Pamela there at the moment?
There you go. Okay, so you see, I'd like to is extremely formal and polite. You see, could is also a polite way to ask, and if you say can, it is very direct. All right, and another direct way to go straight forward to the point is asking a person. It's asking a question with is to get a yes no answer. Okay. Now, what are we going to do in the last minutes of our session? Okay, sorry. We're still missing one point. Okay. Making the connection. Okay. Very good. This is for the person who is going to put you through to the person you are calling. This is something the receptionist will say. I'm gonna type it here. You see? So if you are taking somebody's call and you're going to put the call through, then these are some expressions you can say. Okay, for these expressions, we're going to ask Tatiana to help us read.
Sure. Making the connection. Can I just ask what it is about? Shall I put you through to him, her? Just hang on one moment. Sorry, just hang on a moment while I make the connection.
There you go. What's the meaning of hang on? What is another word that you can use? What would you use?
Wait.
Or- there you go. Very good. Very good. Waiting line. Okay, very good. So I'm going to send you screenshots in case you want to have these expressions. Okay, I'm going to send them in the chat in a few seconds. So now we are basically moving on to the role play part. Now we're going to be working in two groups. Okay. Now, let's see. For this conversation, we are going to have the caller here, okay, and the person taking the call, okay. For this situation, we're going to have Fabrizio read letter A. What's the situation, Fabrizio?
You are a web designer. You need new clients. Marciano's an Italian restaurant has a horrible website. Call the restaurant, ask for the manager or owner, and introduce yourself. Explain why the company needs a good website. Set up a meeting where you can present a sample of a new design.
Very good. Okay, so you see, so we have the web designer trying to call who? Can you tell me?
The restaurant.
Very good. The restaurant, okay, but specifically you're trying to reach the manager or the owner. Okay, for this role play, there will be 3 participations. The person calling, the web designer. We will also have the receptionist, you see, and the next participant, the owner or the manager. Okay, so what's the owner or the manager going to do? Carla, can you help us read?
Sure. B. You are a manager of an Italian restaurant, Mauricio's. Marciano's. Sorry.
Marciano's, yeah, that's fine.
Your restaurant is not doing too well. You need more customers. Your restaurant is nearly bankrupt.
All right, very good. Can you explain what bankrupt means before we go ahead and perform this activity? What's the
It
meaning of bankrupt?
means when your business is about to close because
Exactly.
you don't have enough money.
Exactly. Very good. All right. So we have exactly 3 people for one group and 3 people for the other group. We will have the web designer, the receptionist, and the owner of manager of the restaurant. Are we okay so far? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. You can make something short. Don't complicate yourselves, okay? It's fine. All right. We just need to meet the instructions here, to follow the instructions so that we can come up with this result. I'm about to share the pictures in the chat. Okay, the first one is the instruction for the role play. And as you accept the invitations for the breakout rooms, I am going to be sharing, sorry, the screenshots of the phrases that you can use, okay? So here we go.
start and there perhaps we're gonna present it to the class.
Okay. I think it's recording, so she see it too later.
Okay. Well, let's go.
Okay. So I'm calling. Tring!
Hello. You're calling
Hi.
to Marciano Restaurant.
Hi, my name is Patricia and I'm a web designer. Can I speak with the manager?
Can I just ask what it's about?
I want to offer him my services.
Okay, just hang on a moment when I make the connection.
Thank you.
Hello, Patricia. Someone is looking for you.
All right, Jorge, who is it?
He's a web designer. I will put you through with him.
Okay, do it. Thank you.
Hi, Patricia. I will connect you.
Okay,
The
thank
woman.
you.
Hello, Patricia. This is Fabricio.
Hello, Fabricio. I'm Patricia. I'm a web designer.
Yeah, web designer. What kind of business does a web designer have with an Italian restaurant?
I want to ask you about your website.
My
Do you have
website?
already a website?
Yeah, I got a website. My brother designed it.
Oh, really? And
Yeah.
have you tested with your clients?
I mean, it has worked fine, I believe, because we haven't had any issue. Or shall we?
I have a question about it.
Right?
It's user-friendly and you have photos and everything about your menu.
Well, I haven't visited in a few time, but I believe so. I mean, I think we got a picture or two up there. Should be different.
No. So you're selling it's
Patricia, I think I'm losing you. I cannot hear you.
sorry, my internet is failing.
Right. So you were saying to me that perhaps my website is not up to date.
Yeah. Can I make you a presentation about some features that you could use on your website and present to you next week?
All right, next week sounds good.
Perfect. So I will be sending you an email on Friday so we can schedule a meeting and I will prepare the presentation.
All right, that sounds good.
Perfect. Thank you for having my call.
Yeah, thank you for calling.
Oh,
Bye.
you guys are so kind. It sounds like somebody's brother is gonna lose their job, right?
Could be.
I was trying to make it awkward for
Yeah. Yeah.
But actually, it says that the restaurant is in bankruptcy. So you put it really, really hard.
Now you see why it's
Can remember that. All right.
all right. You guys you guys made a great job improvising. That was wonderful to see. All right. I want to go take a look at what the other group's doing real quick, and then we will go back to the main session, okay?
Yeah, don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Just like using one of the expression that that Adriana sent us. Just hang on a moment while I make the connection.
All right.
Is that okay?
I think it's okay.
Or should I say my name or something like that.
Ah, yeah, you're right. Or
Mm,
maybe asking why you want to reach out him or her in this case.
maybe say hello, Tatiana. It's Heidi from Marciano's restaurant.
Yes.
Mm. But after I make the connection, I think that I don't know if I have to ask why do you want to call the manager? I don't know, or I just pass the call.
I think it could be I think it is okay that you can ask why is she looking for the manager?
Mhm.
For example, you can say, I have a question about, or oh, can I just ask what it is about? It's one of the phrases.
I have a question.
Can I just ask what it's about?
Okay.
And then Tatiana can explain a little bit about what she wants to talk with her. For example, I just want to offer my services as a web designer to your website.
Yes, can be also, I look at your website, sorry, at your
Website, it's okay.
website,
Mm-hmm.
and I found some and I found some things that can be revealed in order that you can like earn new clients or something like that in order to
Yes,
increase your business.
yes. The 12 options are good for me.
Mhm.
And then I think that Heidi can say just, okay.
No, I will say this phrase, just hang on a moment while I make the connection. And then the call automatically pass.
yes. And then I can start the phone call like Carla Hernandez speaking.
After the okay, you just share the phone with the owner, or in order to the owner speak. Is that right?
Oh, what? Sorry?
After Heidi say okay, and then you will, just give the cell phone to the owner person. Is that right?
I heard Heidi has have a, a phrase, right?
Just I have a phrase. Is the last one. That just hang on a moment
Okay.
while I make the
The
connection.
connection, right?
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello, Adriana.
But we are about to run out of time. So that you get the chance to explain what you have so far, I'm going to listen to what you have right now. All right? And we're going to end your call to where you are right now. So, can you please role play for me what you already have?
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Tatiana is the web designer, and she's calling.
All right.
Okay, so I'm calling.
The phone is ringing, and I'm the receptionist of the restaurant. I will answer. This is Heidi from Marciano's restaurant.
I think I should start with the let's start. So because I'm calling you and I will introduce first myself, and then Heidi will answer because she is the receptionist. So this is Tatiana Tejada from Applaud Studio, and I'm a web designer. I'm calling because I have some ideas to propose to your restaurant website, and I would like to speak to Marciano. Is him there?
Hello, Tatiana. Just hang on a moment while I make the connection. Oh, he's available. I will pass the call. Ding.
And that's what you had, right?
Yes.
I
All
think
right.
we forget some stuff because after Haiti answered, I think well we were like writing in a note, but basically she was asking about what my purpose or something like that,
Mhm.
and then I will answer about I look at your website and I found some feature that can be revealed in order to you increase your client,
Sure. Yeah.
and then
Good. Mhm.
Haiti will answer with let me share. Sorry that I didn't send in the chat.
All right. No problem. No problem. You know, improvising is very good. And sometimes when we improvise, we forget some stuff. But I was listening to what you were planning. So wonderful job. Very good. Let's go back to the main session to get some general feedback and then we will be done for the day. Are we good? Yeah?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Let's go back.
Thank you, Tatiana and Heidi.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Haiti and Carla.
All right. All right. So this is it for today. I just have 3 pieces of feedback before we go. All right. Just something to keep in mind. First of all, great job at improvising. Improvising is very difficult. And like I was telling someone from one of our 2 groups, um, sometimes we forget some information when we are improvising, and that's not a problem. So feedback, piece of feedback number 1, when you say you're calling, you see, for example, you're telling the person, okay, hello, um, you're calling, you see, and we don't need the preposition to, you see, we just mention the place or the person directly. So you're calling Pizza Hut, for example. Oh, you're calling I don't know. Let's see. What's an establishment? Oh, Olive Garden. Okay. So you're calling Olive Garden. You see? Ah, you're calling. You see? Let's change it. You say, I want to call Alfredo, for example. I want to call Alfredo. Then we have the person's name. We don't need the preposition to when we refer to calling someone. All right. And then we have this question. What is it about? You see? You see? Repeat with me. What is it about? What is it about? What is it about? You see?
What is it about?
There you go. And then, okay. Oh, the Krusty Krab, the best hamburger restaurant. And then, okay, and then I heard this question. Do you have already a restaurant? Okay, and this is just an observation of word order. Okay, we have two options. We can say, where can we place already? Can you tell me? I'm gonna change already from where it was. So the first option would be, any ideas? That's fine. Let me help you. Yeah?
To change what? I kind of
Already.
got lost there.
So the word already in this question, I want to add it to it. So where can I place it already?
Before, I mean, yeah, before have.
So I
You
guess,
already have.
oh, I'll do it again. Let's see. So we say, do you already have a website? Okay, very good. Or I can say, okay, can you read it for me?
Do you have a website already?
There you go. So those two options we can use. All right. So do you have any questions for me about today's class? No? All right.
No.
That's
No.
fine. No questions is fine as well. Well, thank you all for coming to this class. I appreciate your presence, your being here. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye,
Have a great
thank you.
night.
Bye.
Bye.